Okay, this is section 6.7. This is going to be the second day of our application problems with our systems of equations. Okay, number 1. The difference between two numbers is 28. So difference means we're going to be subtracting. The larger number is 10 more than twice the smaller number. What are the two numbers? Okay, so my first sentence here gives me my first equation. The difference between two numbers is 28. So the difference I'm going to be subtracting. X minus y equals 28. The larger of the number, so that would have to be x, is equals 10 more than, twice, than is that turnaround word, twice the smaller number. So the smaller number is y, so twice the smaller number and 10 more. So we have to turn around those two phrases. Okay, well, which one of my strategies is going to work? We have graphing, elimination, and substitution. Well, graphing works when they're both in slope-intercept form, and neither of these are in slope-intercept form. Elimination works when we have standard form, and we don't have both of these in standard form. Substitution works when one of our variables is solved for, which is what we have. We have x is solved for, x equals. So I'm going to use substitution. So I'm going to substitute in for x in my first equation 2y plus 10. So I'm going to have 2y plus 10. This is going in for the x, so here's the substitution. Minus y equals 28. Okay, from here I'm going to combine like terms. So I've got a 2y minus a y. So that's going to give me y plus 10 equals 28. And now I'm going to subtract 10 to solve for y. And my y coordinate is 18. Okay, so my smaller number is 18. Now to find my bigger number, all I'm going to do is substitute that back in. So x equals, I'm going to substitute in the bottom since x is already solved for. 2 times 18 plus 10, and that's going to give me 36 plus 10, and that's going to give me 46. So my x is 46 and my y is 18. Number 2. Bill and Linda sold a total of 137 raffle tickets. Linda sold 10 fewer than twice the number of tickets that Bill sold. How many did Linda sell? Okay, well, Bill and Linda sold 137 raffle tickets. So I'm going to use B for Bill and L for Linda, and that was 137 tickets. And then it says Linda sold, so that's L equals 10 fewer than, we've got another turnaround word, twice the number that Bill sold. So Linda is going to be twice the number that Bill sold minus 10 tickets. Okay, so there's our two equations, and again I've got a variable solved for, so the best way to solve this is going to be through substitution. So I'm going to replace L with 2b minus 10. So here's Bill plus, and here's my substitution, 2 Bill minus 10. So here's my substitution part, equals 137. So now I've got Bill and 2 Bills, so now I've got 3 Bills minus 10 equals 137. To solve for b, I'm going to have to add 10 to both sides. And 3b equals 147. I'm going to divide by 3. And Bill sold 49 tickets. Okay, now we can go back and plug it into either one of these. I think I'm going to go ahead and do 49, the first equation, plus L equals 137, because all I really have to do is subtract 49 from 137, and I get that Linda sold 88 tickets. So since this is the tickets they wanted how many did Linda sell, so our answer is going to be 88. Okay, number 3. Mrs. Smith went to the market and bought some strawberries and blueberries. Strawberries cost $3 a pound and blueberries cost $2 a pound. If she bought 16 pounds of blueberries for $41, then how many pounds of blueberries did she buy? Okay, I'm going to keep money with money. So I know it's $3 for the strawberries and $2 for the blueberries. So I'm using S for strawberries and B for blueberries. And that's money. So $3, $2, and that $41 is going to go with it because that's how much it costs, $41. So since she bought strawberries and blueberries, their pounds should add up to 16. So it asks how many pounds of blueberries did she buy. The elimination method is going to be best because they're both in standard form. And since I need to find the blueberries, I want to keep the B's, which means I want to eliminate the S's. So since these are different, in order to get them the same, I need to multiply the bottom equation by 3. And then they also have to be the opposite sign. So I'm going to multiply through by -3. So I'm going to get 3s plus 2b equals 41. Now I'm just rewriting the first equation. And now I'm going to distribute the -3. So I'm going to have -3s minus 3b equals -48. Okay, then I'm going to add these two together. And my strawberries are going to eliminate. And that's going to leave me with -b equals -7. Still need to get positive b, so I'm going to divide through by -1, and b equals 7. So that means she bought 7 pounds of blueberries. My question only asked for me to find blueberries, so I just need to find b. Number 4. Michael sells computers for a living. He earns a daily wage and a bonus for each computer he sells. During his first week, he worked 5 days and sold 10 computers and made $1,125. During the next week, he worked only 4 days but sold 16 computers and made $1,300. What's his daily pay? Okay, so he works for 5 days and sells 10 computers, and he makes $1,125. So 5 days plus 10 computers equals $1,125. Okay, then he works 4 days and 16 computers, and he makes $1,300. Well, since they want us to find his daily pay, I want to keep the D's and I want to eliminate the C's. Okay, to eliminate the C's, I need to find the least common multiple between 10 and 16. Okay, well, since this ends in 10, I know that the multiple for 16 has to end in 10. So the first multiple that ends in 10 is going to be 80. So 80 is my least common multiple. So that means in order to get 80 on top, I have to multiply by 8. And in order to get 8 on bottom, I have to multiply by 5. Now I need to look at my signs. They're both positive. So that means I need to make one of these negative, and I'm going to make the top one negative. Okay, so now I'm going to distribute through. I'm going to get -40D minus 80C equals -9,000. And then I'm going to distribute the bottom. I get 20D plus 80C equals 6,500. Okay, now I'm going to add these together because my C's will cancel out, and I'm left with -20D equals -2,500, and then I divide by -20, and his daily rate is going to equal $125. So he's getting paid $125 per day. Number 5. To ship textbooks, there's a cost per book and a shipping and handling fee for the package. The total cost to ship 150 books is $425, and to ship 200 books, the total is $550. What is the shipping and handling fee? Okay, so 150 books plus the fee equals $425. 200 books plus the fee equals $550. Okay, they do want us to find the fee, which technically we would need to keep, but I think it's going to be easier to find the number cost per book, because all I have to do here is multiply one of my equations by -1 and my fees will cancel out. And I'm going to choose my top equation and multiply through by -1. So I get -150 books minus the fee equals -425. And that bottom one will stay the same. 200 books plus the fee equals 550. And in this case, my fee is going to cancel. And I get 50 books equals $125. I'm going to divide by 50. And the books cost $2.50 each. So it costs $2.50 to send each book. But I don't need the books, I need the fee. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that back in. So 150 times $2.50 plus the fee equals 425. So that gives me 375 plus the fee equals 425. And I'm going to subtract 375 from both sides. And my fee is equal to $50. So they're going to charge $50 to send the books. That's the shipping and handling fee. Okay, number 6. A geography test consists of 30 questions worth 250 points total. If there are only multiple choice and true-false question types, and the multiple choices are worth 10 points, each and true and false are worth 5 points each, then how much of each type are on the test? Okay, so since we have two types of questions, we've got multiple choice and true false. I'm going to use M for multiple choice, so here's my multiple choice questions, and T is for my true and false questions. There were 30 questions. Well, each multiple choice was worth 10 points, and each true and false was worth 5 points, and the points altogether added up to 250. Okay, so they want to know how many of each type, so that means we have to find both the M and the T. Well, these are both in standard form, so I'm going to go with elimination method, and I'm going to just cancel out my M's, and I'm going to multiply the top equation by -10. So I get -10M minus 10T equals -300. 10M plus 5T equals 250. And then I'm going to add those together, and that's going to eliminate my multiple choice. So I get -5T equals -50, and -5T equal to -50 is going to be T is equal to 10. So there are 10 true and false questions on the test. Well, if there are 30 total, I'm going to use M and T, and I'm going to actually use mental math because I think I can do what plus 10 equals 30. So that means we have 20 multiple choice questions. So we have to answer both variables. True and false questions are 10. There are 10 of them, and there are 20 multiple choice questions. Okay, in a barn, there are a total of 42 chickens and pigs. If Bobby Joe counted 112 legs, then how many of the animals are chickens? Well, you got chickens and you got pigs, and there were a total of 42 animals. Well, each chicken has 2 legs, and each pig has 4 legs, so then that means we had 112 legs. We want to find the number of chickens. So I want to keep the C's, and I want to eliminate the P's. So to eliminate the pigs, I'm going to have to multiply the top equation by -4. So that's going to give me -4C, -4P, equals -168. The second equation stays the same. 2C plus 4P equals 112. I'm going to add these together, and I know my pigs are going to cancel out. So I have -2C equals -56. And -2C equals to -56. Got to divide by -2. And chickens. The number of chickens we have are 28. We have 28 chickens, and that's the only one they asked us to find. Number 8. Max is 3 years less than twice Ruby's age. The sum of their ages is 45. How old is Ruby? Okay, well, Max is, and we have a turnaround word, twice Ruby's age, 2R, less 3 years, so I'm going to subtract 3, and the sum of their ages, so Max and Ruby add up to 45. And we want to find out how old Ruby is. Well, this method would best be used using substitution, so I'm going to substitute in Max for 2R minus 3. So 2R minus 3, that's my substitution part, plus R equals 45. Then I'm going to combine like terms. I've got 3R minus 3 equals 45. Then I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And I get 3R is equal to 48. I'm going to divide by 3. So that tells me Ruby is 16 years old. Okay, they asked, well, how old is Ruby? Ruby is 16. We've answered the question. Number 9, Sarah makes a deposit at the local bank. She has 50 bills worth $750. If she only has 10s and 20s to deposit, then how much of each type does she have? Well, since 10s and 20s both starts with T, I'm going to use X for the 10s, and I'm going to define those over here, and Y for the 20s. Okay, so the first thing they tell us is that she has 50 bills. So we have X plus Y equals 50. So the 10s and 20s both add up to 50. Well, it's $10 for each X and $20 for each Y, and that should add up to $750. Since I have to find both, I'm going to go ahead and use elimination method, and I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 10. So I get negative 10x minus 10y equals negative 500. And 10x plus 20y equals 750. That remains unchanged. Then I'm going to add them together, and then my x's are going to eliminate, or my 10s are going to eliminate. And I've got 10y equals 250. Divide by 10. And y equals 25. Okay, again, I'm going to use mental math here because I know what plus 25 equals 50, so that means my x has to equal 25 as well. So that means she has 25 of each bill. She has 25 10s and 25 20s. Number 10, UPS charges a flat fee of $25 to ship an item on their freight truck from New York to Chicago, plus 25 cents per pound. FedEx only charges a flat rate of $19, but they charge $1.25 per pound. For what pound package would the cost be the same? So when do these two companies equal each other? Okay, so UPS. So we want where UPS equals FedEx. Okay, well here's UPS's equation. They charge $25 plus 25 cents per pound. I'm going to use P for pound. Equals, well, FedEx charges $19 and $1.25 per pound. So when does UPS and FedEx equal each other? Well, these are the rates for each company. So now I just need to solve for P. So I'm going to subtract the 25p because I like to take my smaller variable and move it over to my larger variable. And I get 25 is equal to 19 plus 1p because that 25 cents cancels out. So I've got p. Then I'm going to subtract 19 from both sides. And p is going to equal 6. So if you have to send a package that's 6 pounds, the cost would be the same. It would cost the same to use UPS. It would cost the same to use FedEx if your package is 6 pounds.